All right, hello everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to another Women in Golf and Content Live Golf live Q&A session. Now I'm joined by my partner in crime. Of course, it is Harriet Shepherd. Harriet, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm very good. I'm also very, very excited because we have a very special guest on the show, don't we?
We do, yes. Also very excited.
Right, now, we've been advertising, so if you haven't seen who it is, then quite frankly, I don't know what you're doing watching this. It is, of course, Ladies European Tour winner and Welsh wizard, is that fair to say? It is Amy Boulden with us. Amy, is that fair to say? Welsh wizard? Is that?
Yeah.
You'll have to say that, aren't you? Welcome to the show, Amy. First of all, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, looking forward to speaking to you both.
Now, are you joining us from all the way from America, is that right?
I am. I'm currently in Phoenix, Arizona.
Now, Harriet and I have been talking about this, and we've kind of been wondering, what are you doing out there?
So I've actually been traveling since New Year. I went out to the Middle East for about, I think I was just under a month out there doing some practice. And then I've flown over to the US to do a couple of Symetra Tour events before getting the season going on the LET.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I
Harriet,
said it might be that. I was right. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I think she's going to Symetra Tour.
Yes.
Now, Amy, we went out onto social media and just asked a load of people to put some questions to you, if that's okay. We've had a little look through. However, one thing I want to know, obviously 2020 was quite a big year, wasn't it, for yourself and women's golf in general, actually. But of course, you got that first win at the Swiss Ladies Open. Just tell me, how did that feel to make that winning putt and know it was a done deal?
Yeah, it was just a huge relief, to be honest. I felt like my game was trending in the right direction. I'd won Q School earlier that year in January and just felt like my game was in a good place, but not that results showed it. And I remember playing in Czech Republic, I think it was like 2 weeks before that, and felt really good after that event. And I think it was just kind of a matter of time of just kind of getting everything in place on the right week.
Now, I've got a very, very important question coming up for you, because not only did you get the win out there, you also picked up this. That's one hell of a trophy, isn't it? I mean, what on earth did you do with that? Where'd you put that at your house?
Yeah, that is huge, and it's actually really, really heavy. It was like them pictures I was getting taken of. It was really hard to hold that for that long. But I actually, they keep the golf club keep it, and they give me a small replica, which I've got in my garage.
They keep it. That's not fair.
I know.
Until next year. Best trophy in sport.
Definitely.
Best trophy in sport. Right, Harriet, should we get the questions underway? Do you want to get firing with the first one?
Yeah, definitely. So as Ian's already alluded to, we've had a really big year. We had like the Rose Ladies series and then an amazing schedule this year. Like, how far do you think women's golf has come in the last 12 months?
Oh, huge. I think it's always on the rise at the moment as well. Like, even just being over here and seeing all the events started over here, and obviously with what Justin and Kate did with the Rose Ladies series, it was huge after kind of that tough break with COVID and not being able to get out on a golf course. Just for someone like him to show his support for women's golf and to kind of get us back up and running. And it was a really good few events just before the LET schedule got started as well. So yeah, it's definitely on the rise. I'm really excited for the European schedule to start. It's going to be really busy. I mean, there's an event every week, so that's really exciting.
And are you going to try and play as many of those as you can, or are you going to pick?
I'm going to probably do my schedule. I know that I can't play probably more than 3 weeks in a row. So it's just kind of planning the schedule, seeing which events kind of maybe suit my eye a little bit more. I also get into the British Open and Evian this year, so kind of planning around them events as well.
Exciting.
That's kind of actually, it's great that you came up with that, because Debbie McNally did text in and ask, there's some schedule for the LETs we just touched on. Do you play pretty much every event, or do you pick and choose ones that suit your game the best? Kind of answered that, but it's a very good question, because from a naive point of view, it's a heavy schedule. Can you play every event, or you need to protect yourself, don't you, really?
Yeah, definitely. And that was one of the reasons in 2019 I came over to the US to play the Symetra Tour, because they have an event pretty much every week. And I just wanted to see kind of how my game holds up playing that much golf. And I think I did 8 weeks in a row. And the 8th week, I actually ended up withdrawing because I just needed to go home. It was just so much golf. And you just burn yourself out doing that. You have to pick and choose your events and also back yourself to play well in them events and not feel like you have to play in every one.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Amy, I've got a question from a friend of ours, actually, a chap called Adam Walker, co-founder of the 2020 Pro Tour. He's a bit cheeky. Did playing on a 2020 Pro Tour contribute to your win on the Ladies European Tour in any way? And there you go, Adam. I've got that one in for you.
Yeah, definitely. I think just having the opportunities for us to play and also kind of getting to compete against the guys as well, I also think that elevates your game anyway. And it was a great experience. I've always had a great experience playing in them events, and hopefully I can play in more in the future.
Fantastic stuff. There you go, Adam. Hope you're happy. There you go. Yes, you can take all the credit now. Harriet, over to you.
So we've also got a question come in from Jason Bramwell, who says, my daughter is planning on turning professional at the end of this year. How do you handle your nutrition and fitness while you're on the road and staying at hotels for so long?
Yeah, it's tough. I think, especially during COVID times, we aren't allowed to go out to restaurants. We have to kind of get takeout food and eat it in your room. It's very strange still at the moment. So, yeah, I think you just have to know like what your body needs. Make sure you're getting good nutrition on the golf course. I actually had my blood work done last week to find out a little bit more about my body and what it needs, and kind of what's good and what's bad, what needs to be improved. So that was really interesting to kind of find out that personally for me. But yeah, I think definitely nutrition on the golf course is a huge thing. I know that I probably don't eat enough on the golf course. I don't drink enough water either. So that's something I'm definitely working on at the moment.
What does your exercise schedule look like then? I always find this fascinating in all sports, actually. And I personally think there are two professional sports that are the hardest in the world to play, and it's golf and tennis. And I think because not only are they physical, they're psychological as well. But what sort of an average week for you? You know, let's say you're at home, for example, and you've got sort of a free week. How many times do you train down the gym, or do you even train down the gym? Do you just go running or whatever? What sort of exercising and what's your regime like?
Yeah, so for me at the moment, I'm doing a lot of mobility stuff. So a lot of band work, kind of all just body weight kind of stuff, just to keep the body moving. And that's definitely really important at events as well. That's something I've kind of had to bring into my routine now. I probably never used to have really much of a warm-up before playing around golf, and now you realise that after all the travelling and stuff, you need to kind of activate certain parts of your body before playing golf. And then when I'm at home, I do like to run at the moment. I've kind of got big into my kind of cardio side of things, but also definitely, especially during the off season, just getting stronger and fitter really. A lot of explosive movements.
I imagine most of us watching this are like, what's a warm up? 2 times at 1 o'clock. I'll be there at 10 too.
You can start a warm up and just hit balls for 40 minutes or whatever, but kind of the work needs to be done even before that and get your body really ready to be able to go straight on the range and hit a driver rather than having to warm yourself up going through the bag. It's you really need to warm your whole body up.
I thought having a Starbucks and a bacon roll was a warm up in the morning. Is that not fair? Talking of exercises, I don't know if we should actually go in for this one, Harry. We did have a comment. Please don't take offence to this, Amy. From Mary Lou Dillou Walsh, and she's probably not the best person to ask this for. So, Mary, if you're watching this, Amy's not the best person to ask this, but we'll ask this anyway. What are the best exercises for women over 50 to gain more distance? That's not from me. That's not from me.
I would first of all just say to kind of make sure you're doing your stretches and kind of getting a bit more flexible. But I just like to do explosive movements. So whether that is kind of squat jumps, like explosive movements kind of from the floor up, I really think they're kind of important through the golf swing.
I suppose they can be done at any age as well, can't they? You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go, Mary. Start squatting and jumping. Harriet, over to you.
So yeah, as you said, you were over in the Middle East. Did you play with Justin Rose at the Saudi International? Did I see?
I did.
Yeah. So how was that?
Yeah, I've been fortunate to go to that event over the last couple of years now, and they always give me such great pro-am partners. I played with Brooks Koepka last year, and to be able to
Amazing.
play with Justin this year, I already obviously kind of knew him through the Rose Series, but it was really nice to kind of spend that time with him on the golf course and learn a little bit more about him and his game. And it was such a fun day. He's just the nicest guy.
Did you learn anything from playing with him?
Yeah, definitely. He was obviously doing a few, I think, swing changes, and it was kind of interesting watching him play during them changes. And he had a great week. He actually ended up finishing second that week. So it was interesting to kind of see how he was playing during the Pro-Am and his process on the golf course during practice. And then watching him obviously finish second was pretty cool.
Didn't you play with Paul Broadhurst as well at the 2020 event?
I did,
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because I remember talking to you both after your round, and you said it was just, I learned so much from it, especially his short game.
Yeah.
That was nice bloke as well, by the way, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. My dad kind of knew who he was and was like, ask him certain kind of questions, and it was cool to be able to play with him. He's got so much experience, and his short game was unbelievable that day. It was really good to watch.
Yeah, it was a good day that day, I have to say. Amy, a big schedule coming up. Which events are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the new Irish event. I didn't get to play in that a couple of years ago, so I'm really excited for the event with Modest. That will be really exciting, different format as well. And also to play in Ireland. I feel like I've not played in Ireland since I was an amateur, so that'll also be pretty fun. And then definitely the British Open. It's an event that kind of always try and get into and look forward to the most, and it's at Carnoustie this year, so that'll be brutal. But
will spectators be back by then? Do we know? Do we think?
I hope so. I know my family have already booked accommodation just in case they are able to come. So fingers crossed. I know they are starting to allow fans back over here at the moment, slowly. So that'll be good.
Well,
hopefully.
If you need somebody to carry water bottles for you, I will be free that week.
I'll keep you in mind.
Please do. So Harriet.
I was going to ask you. So how was playing like the team format over in the Saudi Team International, and they're going to continue that this year, aren't they, with the 4 new events?
Yeah, it's a great new concept. I think it's always good to do something different in golf, and also for us players to get to play different events that are different formats. We never get to play team golf really either, so it's a different format that's I think is going to be fun. It was new obviously at end of last year after the individual event. It was great for them to get some ideas of what they want to do for next year as well, or for this year, sorry, as well. So I got to play with a fellow Welsh girl, Chloe Williams, which that was pretty fun, and also Georgia Obo. So we had a nice team. But yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to actually, whether they're going to do the same format for the team events of how it was picked. I'm still not sure if they've decided on that fully yet. But I think it'll be a great concept, and also to take it to all these different places, some of the places we've not had the chance to play golf in yet either.
And one's in the UK as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
in London.
So I'm not sure what golf course yet, but I think that would be really exciting to have kind of a home event as well, which we've been missing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, whilst we've been set, I've had somebody messaging, talk of playing different events and courses, etc. Austin Meacham's just messaging, going, "What is your favourite type of golf course? A Lynx, Parkland, or Heathland?"
It would probably be Heathland first. Actually, now I've moved towards the Midlands, so I feel like I play a lot more Heathland golf courses now, and absolutely love them. I've always grown up on Lynx golf courses, playing Conway from a young age, and also Maesdy. It's kind of half and half. So I think I feel comfortable on Lynx. I think I like the challenge of you kind of have to take the bad breaks and not get too annoyed about them. I was talking about it with my caddy last week of when some of the American girls come over to play Lynx golf and they just don't understand when they hit a good shot that it can not hit the green. It's just that is the way Lynx golf is. You have to really play with the wind and use kind of the contours of in and around the greens to play with. So I really like the challenge of Lynx golf, and I think that's probably why I enjoy the British Open and the Scottish Open so much, is that we get to play them golf courses, and we only get to play them really once or twice a year as well.
I hate Lynx courses because of the time losing golf balls. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
It's the challenge.
It is, isn't it? Are we going to see you at the First Ladies European Tour event of the season, Amy?
Yeah, so it's scheduled to be South Africa. So I think it just depends on what's going on in the UK, to be honest, with the hotel quarantine, and kind of it's still a little while away as well. So I am hoping to be there. Yes.
Then it goes to New York, doesn't it? That's
well, I
that's
think
gonna be
that's actually
special.
been moved.
Has it?
Yeah. I know.
Just on the ladies.
Yeah, I
website.
think New York's in a little bit of a strict lockdown at the moment, and I'm not really sure what's kind of going on in that state. So I think that's going to get moved to a little bit later.
Fantastic. Right, Harriet, do you want to go in with our final question, really, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, so you already mentioned this earlier, but do you think golf is still very much for you? It's very much about your working on your mental game as well as your physical game. Like, is that something you're still thinking about and working on?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it's probably a constant battle being a golfer out on the golf course, with every day being different. It's a very stressful game, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, especially like being on the road, traveling, and things being different at the moment. It is kind of just with the environment you're in, not being able to kind of live a normal life as we're used to, traveling the world at the moment. I think that's been quite difficult for people. But on the golf course as well, it's you just have to, like, I read a lot of books and listen to a lot of podcasts, and take a lot from them as well, and really trying to enjoy the game at the moment. I'm not sure if you heard Lee Westwood's interviews over the last couple of weeks after his first two good finishes on over here, and just such an amazing outlook on kind of life and golf as well. And he's really just enjoying it and kind of trying to take something from his attitude, what he brings out onto the golf course. So I'm enjoying my golf at the moment, trying to improve and get better, ready for the season to start. So yeah, I'm excited for this year.
Great.
Well, Amy, best of luck with it. Oh, sorry, Harriet, did you have?
No, I was just wondering how many are you playing in America? Are you playing in Phoenix and then coming home, or you?
I'm actually traveling over to Beaumont, California this afternoon. So I've got about a 5-hour drive today. I'm playing an event this week, and then I'm going to come home. I'm going to do one more week of practice over here, and then I'm going to come home. I'm ready to see my sister's had a baby, so I'm just like meeting her over FaceTime. So I'm excited to kind of go home. And yeah, I know that there's not really a lot going on at home at the moment, but I've been away for so long, and just I'm really ready for my own bed, to be honest. So I'm just going to play next week, and then maybe I might come back out in a month or so and play a couple more. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
Great. Well, Amy, thanks so much. Well, we better let you hit the ride then, don't we, really? You've got 5 hours ahead of you.
Drive ahead.
Yeah.
Don't envy that. Best of luck for the season ahead. Thanks so much chatting to us. And who knows, maybe we might see you on another 2020 Pro Tour event. Who knows? Best of luck, Amy.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much for your time. Harriet, once again, thank you so much for that.
My pleasure.
And yes, well, we'll catch up soon. We wish Amy the best of luck. And right, we're going to head off. That's it. Until next time, everybody, stay safe, drive well. Amy, you drive safely in every sense of the word. And we'll see you next time out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.